That brings us to the next round of awarding. The order here is we start with development research, so we can call upon John again in a moment. Then we move on to economics of development, human rights and social justice, local development strategies, poverty studies and policy analysis, rural livelihoods and global change, women, gender and development, and then children and youth studies. So that will be the order. So we'll start with development research. Can I call upon the student of development research specialization to stand there? John Cameron and Tanya Kingdon as program administrator. Oh yeah. Ja, dat ben ik vergeten. Charles Pichale. Zal ik het helemaal aan het eind of maar even in het midden? Ja, ik doe het hier.
Right. Well, I think I could have done with a different order. I'm feeling quite choked at the moment and I've forgotten everything I was going to say, which in this room is unusual given I stand up here quite a lot. Anyhow, if good teaching is about anything, it's about creating learning situations and good learning situations. And the 7 people you see here have, sorry, 7? Where, have we lost somebody? Oh, where's Unjong? Unjong? Where are you? I saw her only. If anybody's sitting next to Unjong Koo, could they give her a nudge? Oh. Well, there should be 7 people here. I'll thank Unjong in time anyway. So, yes, and you helped me create learning situations, and you've been inspiring. All of you have been inspiring in what you've done with me. If development research needs people, needs a new generation, I've got 7 candidates who are part of that generation. Thank you very, very much. Also, I'd like to thank Tanya, who is a tower of strength, has been a tower of strength all the time I've been at ISS. I don't know what I would do without her, and I'd love you to give Tanya a round of applause as well. Right, let's introduce my favourite people. Okay. Where are the names, Tanya? Oh, there they are, the big letters. I told you I need her. The first person researched in Nepal, looking at women who have been child soldiers and were still faced with enormous dilemmas in their lives after being members of the Maoist movement there in the 1990s into the early 2000s. A fantastic piece of work. I love reading it. I love Nepal. And Ajita Raghava Manceswa from India. Oh, you want this? This person researched the stresses surrounding a conservation park trying to preserve leatherback turtles in Costa Rica, and from Costa Rica, Alonso Ramirez Tovar. This researcher looked at Vietnamese workers in insecure workplaces and tried to understand how they were coping with the challenges they face in this enormously fast-changing economy and society. A wonderful piece of work. Duan Doc Day. This researcher did a magnificent job of looking we certainly had some people looking at challenging places, looking at the way entrepreneurs make sense of the rather chaotic world of Zimbabwe. Robert Nyakua. Yes, a person, and it's always great when a person from the so-called global south researches something in the global north. I love that kind of transfer, where the gaze, instead of looking south, looks north. This person looked at how ethnic discrimination is being reproduced within a country in the European Union. A very challenging task. Thank you. Gustavo Varosh Dinesh. The last researcher looked at some wonderfully complex quantitative data and converted it into the prettiest patterns I've ever seen, and then drew real conclusions about where the whole of the human species is moving at this moment. An absolute tour de force. Yilia Huang. Okay, I ought to say at the end, we had 3 distinctions on the RPs. Very proud of that. That's Robert, Alonso, and Yilia. And Ilya actually managed to achieve also the mark necessary on his coursework to get an overall distinction.
Thank you. So congratulations to the whole group. Thank you. The next group is economics of development. So can the students assemble here? But if before, yes, they can go. But what I wanted to say, 2 things in between. Dubravka is watching us, so she knows that she has won the prize. So that's nice to hear. Also, one degree went wrong before the break. Charles Kitale, your degree has been found, so maybe you can come forward and we can get the picture. Oh. Okay, so economics of development. Ninkyo, you will do the... Oh, Maria Zubere, okay. And Howard Nicholas as the convener.
Okay.
Yes, please, Howard.
As I look at the ECD group, I know from what they were telling me just before we started that they're all looking forward to going to their loved ones. And some of them keep telling me, holding it in front of my nose, they're going to the warmth, they're going to the sunshine, and the good food. And I tell them that in just a couple of weeks, they'll miss that biting wind and that wonderful driving rain and the wonderful Dutch cuisine. A couple of weeks' time, they want to come back, but sorry, no space for them. Well, we had 17 students to begin with. We end up here with 15. One will graduate a bit later, and one has already graduated, double degree student. That's Indri from Indonesia. Indri, if you're watching, congratulations. What I have to say about this group, what is very special, is that they're a group. They're united. And they've worked throughout the year together as one entity. very harmonious group, no trouble at all. I never had to actually solve any problems. They solved it themselves. That makes it really easy. I think that group work has helped them with their performance. This is a group that has done above average, and what is particularly noteworthy is the quality of the research papers from the group as a whole. So I congratulate the group with their research papers. Small hand for them, if you don't mind. One of the reasons for the successes, I have to say, is a great class rep, Sana. She was marvelous, and her deputy, Schuldes, they did a great job, made my life really easy, at least most of the time, you know. We had a wonderful field trip in Ireland, didn't we? And there I discovered that there's really one weakness with this group. You wouldn't have guessed it, but there are a lot of Arsenal and Chelsea supporters there. You know? I have to thank my colleagues, thank the ECD staff, and also non-ECD staff, people from outside who have supported the program. I want to mention in particular, and I think it's fitting to mention Karl Janssen, who passed away earlier this year, just 1 month before his retirement. Now, Karl has devoted his life to the ISS, and he gave a lot to the ECD program, and I just want to remember him at this graduation, because he has been at so many graduations and graduated so many students at the ISS. So we would like to just remember Karl. I'd like to also note the contributions of Maya Zubli, the program administrator. The reason it goes so smoothly, apart from the class reps, is really because of Maya. And I think she's done a wonderful job, and we thank her very much. And I'm sure tonight we will be celebrating with Maya. So I just left to say bon voyage to all of you. And I really hope that you go out and make a difference, because I think that's, in the end, what we all hope at the ISS, that you will go there and do something with your lives. We're confident you will do it. Now I have the pleasure to award you your degrees. Not me, it's the rector. It's embarrassing if I get the names wrong. Sorry, it's embarrassing if I get the names wrong, so I must put my glasses on. Thanks. Old-fashioned glasses, you know. From Eritrea, Benjamin Afewerk Demena. From Bulgaria, Marina Zografova. With distinction, from Bangladesh, Mohammed Sahadat Hussain Siddiqui. From Zambia, Musanga Nalishiwa. She just told me I just have to refer to her as Liki, so that's what I'm going to do. Liki from Ethiopia. From Dubai, once again, Sana Kapadia. From Liberia, Sa Samoy. From Uganda, Zaneib Musoni. She isn't from Uganda. She's from Rwanda, I think. The thing is, I will shortly be going on a geography course, okay, so don't worry about it.
Or specs, go to the optician maybe.
Thanks, Jos. I'll remember that. Okay, from Rwanda, Sabatware Rutukereza. Did I get it? From Kazakhstan, Juldes Galyakvar. From Pakistan, Mohammed Saleh. From Kenya, Julius Mbida. From Ghana, another one of those Arsenal supporters, Michael Insaido. From Ethiopia, with distinction on the research paper, Samuel Veldesi. Thank you very much, and I wish you all well once again.
Thank you very much, Howard, and an applause for all students from Economics of Development. The next specialization, Human Rights and Social Justice. So could the students assemble there? Nienke Smit will replace the program administrator, and Jeff Handmaker is the convener of the program.
I think you just about fit there, huh? Well, as a convener standing here often says, every group of students is different, and this year is certainly no exception. From a relatively small group in the previous year, this year ISS had 18 students following the HDS specialization, which is certainly one of the largest in the MA program. Sorry, could we please, in respect to my students...
could you please be silent so that we can hear Jeff?
Thank you very much. 15 of you are here this afternoon, and if all went well, and I presume it did, thanks to the ISS IT department, we have 3 who are now watching from Kampala, Dhaka, and Phoenix, Arizona. So hello to you over there. There's much to say about what made this particular group of HDS students exceptional, but of course I will be limited in what I can cover just right now. Certainly you were very critical, stepping outside the box by confronting controversial issues and taking on challenging theories and analytical approaches for the very first time. I have no doubt that 6 months from now, you will still be able to explain the difference between legal translation through hybridity and through replication. And I will ask you that question probably at some stage. You're also very hardworking, blending intellectual curiosity with a key feature of human rights and social justice, solidarity, by forming active study groups. And thank you very much for doing that. I think that certainly enhanced your study experience here. But there's some other things as well, which are not directly related to your study program. Certainly you're very energetic. Just ask 2 students here who participated in the ISS International Sports Day and helped win the cup for the ISS women's football team. I'm referring to Stella and Marta, of course. You're also very lively, as you can see here. Some of those in the group, as we discovered during our study visit in Athens, and indeed yesterday evening, have a particular passion for dancing. Yeah. I feel truly fortunate to have spent this past 15.5 months with you as HDS convener, and I very much look forward to staying in touch. On behalf of all of us within the HDS program, and here, of course, I mention Karen Arts, Helen Hinchins, Rachel Kurian, Tandan Turang, and last but not least, Karen Hurtis, who I think is also here on the other side. Thank you very, very much for your contributions to HDS program, and congratulations to the HDS graduating group of 2011, and certainly all the best in your future careers. First of all, we have Beatrice Stella Atingu from Uganda. It's coming, Stella, I promise. Congratulations. Okay. Yeah? Yeah, okay. This is my Beatrice, Stella. Yeah?
No.
Please. Okay. Next, we have the class rep to the HDS group, Jane Schumann. Next, we have Kamawan, otherwise known as Mai Petchot. Next, from Georgia, Gvansa Lipartaliani. Next, we have Maria Carmen Garcia Ramos. Bahar Ege from Turkey. From India, Rajesh Kumar Janna. Martezito from Italy. From Nigeria, otherwise known as Mr. President, Ibenga Emmanuel Afolayan. Otherwise known as Mr. Prime Minister, Denge Fayo Godana. from Kenya. From Zimbabwe, Gift Monzora. From the Philippines, Erwin Nazareth Sarmiento. From Uganda, Chalimo Grace Angeline. From Zimbabwe, More Blessing and Mbire. And finally from Ghana, Malaki Ort. I mentioned that there are 3 people watching from abroad. We have Jane Frances Nyasuna Auma from watching from Uganda. We have Nelson Juve Mugarura watching from Rwanda. From Phoenix, Arizona. And we have finally Kandakar Farzana Rahman watching from Bangladesh. Congratulations to the 3 of you. And to everyone from HTS.
Yeah,
all the best
congratulations to all of you. And thanks very much, Jeff. The next group are the students from local development strategies. Could you please assemble here? We have Siska Vorselman as the program administrator and Georgina Gomez as the convener. Please, Georgina, yes.
I'm just checking that the degrees are there. Well, you've made it. Congratulations. I'd like to greet 2 people who are watching. They had to go back home to resume work and family obligations. Those are Dandi in Indonesia and Basit in Ghana. But they've made it too. So I'd like to congratulate you for having passed through this place. A student of 2 or 3 years ago came by this week. She's working in Amsterdam now. She's from Indonesia. And I asked her, what brought you to ISS today? And she told me, well, nothing. It's just that this is home. So whenever I come here, I feel at home again. So if you ever wish to be back in the Netherlands or anything brings you, please come by to your second home. We'll always welcome you and stay in touch. Now, degrees. Grace Gassana. With a smile. Luis Enrique Vargas Osorio. Yusuf Roni Simamora. Pradyut Ranjan Bag. Damenu Bekele Wandater. PT Kalikua Nzobu. Gabriela María Díaz Salazar. And finally, with an amazing RP that eventually got a distinction, Juan Francisco Chavez Ramirez.
Thank you very much, Georgina, and congratulations to the students from Local Development Strategies. The next group is from Poverty Studies and Policy Analysis. The PA, the PA Sharmini Bisesar. Andrew Fisher is the convener, but he will be replaced by Max Spoor at this occasion. I noticed that we still have 4, including poverty studies, we still have 4 more to go. I noticed that there is a lot of unrest coming up, and I can imagine it's also hot in this venue. But please, can I ask you to be silent when the degrees are awarded? Students from Poverty Studies and Policy Analysis, can you assemble there? Okay, please, Max. Yeah.
Right. Now, I have done in my career at ISS quite a number of graduation ceremony, at least contributed to it. But this is the very first time I hardly know the group of students, except that I remember I gave you one single lecture in a course which I consider of very great importance, not that lecture, but the course, which was about inclusive growth. And I think that was a very important topic. So I must excuse myself not to know much about you, but I was informed by Andrew, who unfortunately suffers some back problems. I have seen him the last few weeks struggling with it, sometimes sitting on his knees or sometimes standing up. And he asked me to do this. He told me that you were and are a very active group in the poverty studies area. You've done very well. That will be confirmed also with some of the results. And of course, you know that the poverty studies area will be still given 1 year this year, and then it will be absorbed in our new major. You can still do the specialization, so still talk to people and let them come here on, which is called Social Policy for Development. So without further ado, because I actually don't know the details from you, but from my side also, from the staff group chair, my congratulations already. And I will first announce 2 students who actually have graduated, but they are not here with us anymore. They went home. That is Victor Samba Chembo from Tanzania. Congratulations. And the other one from Uganda is Timothy Korean. So also congratulations. So the first one, you see they always give me first a name I can pronounce easily. And that is Camilo Andrés Ardía Galvis. The second one is Hunam Lee from Korea. I actually now start to discover where they put the name of the country, so because these diplomas are a little bit different than what I was used to. So Richard Nyungabo from Uganda. I should have said Rwanda, but it said Uganda, so. Okay. So where they actually come? Yes, I read them too. I have to become more careful even. Indeed, the rector corrected me and said this was the place of birth. So the next one is Maria Gabriela Palacio Ludena from Ecuador. Then we have Subhendra Nath Sanyal from India. We have another candidate from India, and that is Tenzin Sherap. But I believe you see something of Tibet here also. Now, I already said something that the quality of this group was very good, so, and there is a proof of this, because the next one is Emma Lynn Lopez Daba. And please hold your breath for a second. She has an overall distinction. But we haven't seen everything yet, because this one actually is even passing all the rest. Because Hannah Lidimbe De Wet from South Africa, she didn't have only distinction on the research paper, but also with distinction on all the rest. Can I just say a few words on thanks also, because Shamini immediately disappears, but I think Shamini Bisisar, very important as program administrator, which she does also on the side of, apart from being staff group administrator, which is also a big job. And I would like to thank Andrew Fisher for his excellent job of convening the group of poverty studies and all the teachers who have taught in that course. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Max. And a big applause for the students from Poverty Studies and Policy Analysis. And Max can stay there, because the next group that I'd like to call upon are the students from Rural Livelihoods and Global Change. Max Spoor is the convener of that group, and Sharmini Bisisar is the program administrator. Huh? Is it Nalini? Is it Nalini? Oh, okay, it's Nalini Harnam, who is the program administrator and not Sharmini. Please, Max.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, this is much easier for me because I know them very well. I actually don't like that they're standing so far away there because this year they were extremely close. They were close, and I think we were close as well. At many things, I didn't go on the large field trip, but we went together with a number of short field trips. We enjoyed that very much. I appreciated very much your cohesion and your enthusiasm, which you can see the example now of it. It's a big hug. I'm sure that lots of group hugs have been taken place during the year. But I also appreciated the real hard work. Now, we normally say in this rural livelihood global change program, which by the way was the last year under that name, we're all peasants. And peasants, they know how to get up early, they know how to work hard, and they have a tough life. And I think they combined this also with enjoying many things, but they did real hard work. I would like also to say, and I agree with Bram Buscher, who said already that they were very much integrated with a few people of DRES, I think, and some other people who picked up also the peasant vibes from this group in some courses, with the ESD group, with the Environment Sustainable Development group, and therefore they were close together here, but also in a bigger group. And as you know maybe, and hopefully spread the word, like all these specializations which are now relatively small, we are now going to merge into larger majors. So please, to you also, ambassadors, not only of RLGC, or as it is called this year, Agriculture and Rural Development, but from next year onwards, Agrarian and Environmental Studies, if you allow me to make a little bit of advertising. So we go over to the diplomas, and Nalini is standing there, but our friend Bram, maybe because he's young, and if you get older then you don't forget the things. He forgot one student, and that is Jessica Clendenning of his group, who also graduated, is somewhere else, I don't know where, but I would like to congratulate her as well. In our group there are 2 students who have some months of extension. I am 100% sure they will finish, and I will call out the names as well if I get the list later. But first, we have from Uganda, Sean Patrick Asimbe. Then from India, Ishwar Babu Bairwa. Then from the Philippines, Rosalyn J. de la Cruz. One of my favorites because I worked with her. So, Chemen Rudo Sanilisi Maniani from Zimbabwe. And not to discriminate to the next one because she was one of my favorites as well. Sharon Gonde Manjegwa Nandula from Zambia. And then last but not least, and I know she had some trouble also with health in the last period, and you overcame it with hard work, Vinita Marlena Thomas from India. So we have 2 candidates, and that is Soo King from Korea. She will finish still, but she's already went home. And if you recognize a person with some crutches, which is standing there, and he's Ridwan from Indonesia, he had a big knee operation, so we gave him a little bit more time to finish, and I'm sure he will. Congratulations to all of you.
Thank you very much, Max, and congratulations. The next group, not the last, almost last, the next group is the group of Women, Gender and Development. Siska Worstelman is the program administrator and Silke Heuman is the convener. So can I please call the students from Women, Gender and Development to come to this side?
I agree with Max, you should come a little closer.
Okay, come a bit closer. She wants to feel the vibes. Okay,
So-
Silke, please.
So welcome also to those who are following it through the internet. So I wanted to say a few words before we hand out the diplomas. This was my first year at ISS and it was a very, very special year. And it was also a special year because I had a wonderful first batch. I'm very, very glad and proud to have been your teacher throughout these 15 months. And it was a pleasure and an honor to witness your growth, your learning process, also, you know, the good and also sad moments that we shared. As it is often the case, the most memorable moments took place during the study trip, in which we went to Greece, and I found it very important because you had a chance to. It was just the start of the crisis and the street protests, and you had an opportunity also to learn about the problems that we are facing here in Europe. Kind of problems that you have been experiencing already for many years, but for us they are newer. But also for me, it was a great learning moment. I got to know you better, and I learned so much about your countries. And I remember that dinner that we had in the hostel. We were in a tiny little kitchen, trying to cook and to prepare food. It was wonderful, actually. It was, and we were just gathering around the kitchen table, and you were just talking about your countries, about your lives, and for me it was great. So I also learned a lot throughout these 15 months. I want to say that I'm extremely happy and proud about what you achieved in these 15 months, and I'm sure that your family is very proud of you too. I know that for many of you, it was a huge sacrifice to come here and be away from your families. You had to face adversities and personal losses while being far away from your loved ones. That makes your achievements here all the more impressive. The quality of research that you produce in your RPs, the way you were able to employ the use of concepts and ideas that we learned here, to gain new insights and to look differently to your own reality, is truly remarkable. And this is exactly what we want to achieve here at ISS. I will miss you and I hope we will keep in touch. And I wish you all the best for your careers and your lives. Thank you. Yes, third. So the first one from Nigeria, Hawa Abdulkadir Lawal. Congratulations. From Bangladesh, Afroza Bulbul. Congratulations. Yes, it's a learning experience, exactly. I'm sorry. Aster Georgo Haile from Eritrea. Chomba Phyllis Chibende from Zambia. Congratulations. Oh, she had a distinction on her research paper. Excellent paper. Irmasanti Danandarta from Indonesia. Yep. Congratulations. Ellen Dankwa Aizonja from Ghana. Congratulations. Yes. Betty Kalani from Uganda. Sorry, it's really a learning experience. Congratulations. Yes. Fatina Suni Kiluvia from Tanzania with distinction on her research paper. Christine Mukankundie from Uganda. From Rwanda. No, it's the same, from Rwanda. I know you're from Rwanda, sorry. Third time. Congratulations.
Ja. Oh. En dat doorgeven, hoe dat moet.
Yeah, no, I know, it's wrong in the...
Het kan allemaal goed zijn.
Bleng Kebede Tesisa from Ethiopia. Nurul Shahira Muhammad Taha from Singapore with distinction on her research paper. Congratulations. And Ilona Marjolein Hartlief from the Netherlands. And last but not least, Sarah Salem from Egypt and the Netherlands. I also would like to mention Teresa Banoba Baveng, who's also graduating today, and she was from our last batch. And she faced serious illness and survived and also finished her program. So many congratulations if you're watching this. And I also, before finishing, I would also like to thank a few people. Well, first of all the WGD staff, of course, and very particularly Dubravka Zarkov, who is not only a wonderful teacher, but also like a wonderful colleague. She has been very, very supportive in this first year. I also would like to thank Siska Vosselman, who is the program administrator, for keeping this program running. Freek Schippers, because he's our staff group leader, and he has been also a great mentor who helped me throughout my first year. And Erhard Berna, who took over the convenership in the first time for the first period. So thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Silke, and congratulations for the students from Women, Gender and Development. And that brings us to the last specialization, Children and Youth Studies. Could students assemble here? Sharmini, I think this time, is the program administrator? Yes, I do. And Kristen Cheney is the convener.
What, women and children last? Last is best, huh?
This is the last, yes.
Like Silke, I'm also a newbie here, and I have the honor of graduating my first batch of Children and Youth Studies students here at the ISS. I think together we've been on quite an incredible journey in these past 16 months, and I think each of you have really confronted many new challenges in both your academic and personal lives. We had a revolution for one of our students in Egypt, quite a devastating earthquake that they're recovering from for another in Japan, and even new babies for Elena from Mexico. So some of us are not here today, but I really am grateful that I've been a part of that journey, and I thank you for your patience as I also found my way into convening the group. I'd also like to thank our teaching staff, Ben White, Almo Kwan, and Luce Kiesers. And Karen Arts also for teaching with us. And of course, props also to Sharmini for her incredible assistance as our administrator. While not all the CYS students, as I mentioned, are here, there are actually 15 in our bunch. I'd like to formally congratulate you on your graduation. And aside from being proud of your achievements, including gaining expertise in cookie decorating skills, learning how to navigate the Roman transport system, and other wonderful side skills you've learned here, I hope you realize that you've also earned a really unique degree. I can think of no other quite like it. And I trust that it'll serve you well as you return to your professional careers, or perhaps even use it to start a new career involving development with young people. So I'm excited to see what paths open up for each of you as a result of this accomplishment, and I hope that you will keep in touch. I want to mention a couple of people who are not with us, but who did meet the requirements for graduation today, and that is Fatima Matovu Nalobega from Uganda. And also Maki Suyama from Japan. I hope if you guys are watching, you hear us congratulating you. So I would like to now bring up those of you present. First, we have Renata Carneiro Gergel Fernandez from Brazil. Next, we have Grace Ochige Galache from the Philippines. Next, we have Rose Nyamakuru Kishanyu from Uganda. And some of you may have wondered why we went last instead of where we were on the schedule, which was quite early, and partly that was because we had someone who had to get all the way back here from Egypt today, just now, and she made it. So Nancy Nagui Rafki Khalil, come on up to me. Now we have Alumayu Alu Tegen from Ethiopia. Next, please, Jaime Matute Hernandez from Colombia. Nur Febriani Vardi from Indonesia. And last but not least, last entirely, but not least entirely, is with a distinction on his research paper, Hilton Nyamukapa from Zimbabwe.
Thank you very much, Christine, and congratulations to all students from Children and Youth Studies. And that means that by now 156 degrees have been awarded.